Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Manual Font Show. It is episode 186. It is Thursday. Hopefully, everybody's doing well. One more day to the weekend and all that good shit that we keep praying for. You know, happiness and all that. I just want to give a little housekeeping type shit right now. Random Thoughts has finally put out episode 45. It's on your YouTubes and your Rumbles. And give that a watch. We finally solved our technology problem here at Fonts Media. And we're, chugging along. I got my episode 185 dropped yesterday. Nice little nugget in there about a guy killing a defense lawyer. I'll just say the defense lawyer was pretty good. So give that a listen, and by all means, wander over to World Ablaze and get all your political stuff there, your geopolitical stuff. A couple of good guests hang out there every once in a while. That's also a good listen. And let's kick this one off with an armored car robbery. Here we go.
Federal authorities announcing charges against 3 men arrested in connection with that Brinks truck robbery in June. Over $2 million in cash stolen. Officials charging Deshaun Hughes Murchison, Brian Wallace, and Trayvon Jackson with robbery, interfering with interstate commerce, and the use of a firearm in furtherance of a violent crime. One of them allegedly a fired Brinks employee.
We were able to recover the majority of that money that was taken from the Brinks truck, along with a number of assets of high dollar amount.
Police say on the morning of June 21st, 2 of the 3 suspects approached the driver of the truck from behind, armed with AR-style rifles. Authorities saying one of the robbers stayed with the driver while the other looted the armored vehicle.
Road, H-Mart. Brinks truck was robbed.
The charges coming just a day after another Brinks truck was robbed outside of Philadelphia. This surveillance video capturing 2 masked men in hoodies rushing in on a driver seen walking into an H-Mart with a bag full of money. The men both armed, and authorities saying they made out with at least $700,000. And authorities are now saying they're investigating whether that incident in Cheltenham was related to the $2 million heist in June and 3 other heists or attempted robberies of armored trucks. Now, those 3 suspects are being held in a federal facility. They've already had their first appearance in court, but it's not clear yet whether the men have entered a plea.
Well, that is crazy. So, armored trucks, Brinks trucks are getting robbed left and right now. Millions of dollars, and they have some arrests. It reminds me of a couple of movies, actually. I wonder if Hollywood is inspiring people. You know, we just had Eddie Murphy just had an armored car movie, armored truck movie come out on Amazon where they tried to steal from a casino using the truck. And there's another, there's a couple of other movies out there, little B and C rated films that have been doing this. I'm wondering if this is like inspirational and these guys are like, shit, if it works in the movies, it's got to work out here. It's got to. There's no other way. It has to work. Yeah, just interesting right there. Do you remember that transgender pride flag that got hung on El Capitan? Do you remember that? Non-binary Yosemite biologist? Well, check this out.
Some carry hate. We carry the largest trans pride flag to ever be flown in a national park and unfurled it on the side of El Cap to prove a point that trans is natural. The Trump administration and transphobes would love to have you believe that being trans is unnatural, but species that can transition sexes can be found on every continent and in every ocean on planet Earth. So call it a protest, call it a celebration. We are bringing elevation to liberation. They try to erase us from government websites and education systems and libraries. So we raise this flag higher than ever before so every trans person knows that they have people that love them in their corner. The people united will never be defeated.
You remember that? You guys remember that? Of course you do. Well, I have according to the Monstro website here, Monstro. This dude, or not dude, or it, however you want to say it, has been terminated. So there you go. I'm not going to get any deeper into that. Just know that it fired. The Associated Press, a supermarket gunman who targeted black people once charges dropped. Grand jury he claims is way too white. When a white guy says the jury's too white, I don't know what Attorneys for the white supremacist gunman who killed 10 black people at a Buffalo supermarket told a judge Thursday that the federal charges against him should be dropped because there weren't enough black people and other minority groups on the grand jury that indicted him. Some of you may remember this story. I kind of ran through this in one of the earlier episodes. He just went in there, shot the place up, got arrested, and he claimed he was cleansing people or something. Peyton Gendron. My goodness, today's the day. It's Thursday, kids. We're getting to Friday. He did not attend the hearing, during which his lawyers argued that his constitutional rights to a grand jury drawn from a cross-section of the community were violated. At the hearings start, U.S. District Judge Lawrence Villardo noted his objection to the prevalence of white people on the panel seemed a little incongruous. Oh, God. Well, you guys can hate me for it. I'm batting 1,000. I can't pronounce shit right now. In the hate crime case, he did not immediately rule on the motion. Of course, our shooter could face the death penalty if convicted in the 2022 mass shooting at a Tops supermarket, which he targeted because of its location in a primarily black neighborhood. Those killed ranged from ages 32 to 86. 3 others were wounded. The gunman already is serving a sentence of life in prison without parole for pleading guilty in November to multiple state charges, including murder. A trial on the pending federal hate crime and weapons counts are expected to begin next year. The Justice Department said it would seek the death penalty if the gunman is found guilty. Attorney John Elmore, who represents some of the victims' relatives in lawsuits, said that Gendron lawyers, what a tough name, Anyway, his lawyers are doing what they can to keep him from dying. He said challenges to the makeup of juries rarely succeed, even though he regularly sees juries that lack minorities. Here's a quote here saying, "It is very ironic that attention to this problem is being brought out in this case where he committed a racially motivated homicide." He said by phone after the hearing, "But this has been a persistent problem in our courts that needs to be addressed." Of course, the gunman's, I'm going to say his gunman, okay, the guy, the shooter, the criminal, his lawyers argued in a court filing that black and Hispanic people and men are systemically and significantly underrepresented in the lists from which jurors are selected in the Buffalo area. To illustrate this point, the grand jury that indicted him was drawn from a pool of which approximately 1/3 of the black persons expected and 1/3 of the Hispanic persons expected. The criminal's lawyers wrote, exacerbating the problem, they said, was that the data sources used by a vendor to pull the list together weren't preserved. What a fucking cunt. This is just a guy trying to delay shit, like that lawyer said. And it's absolutely hilarious that, and ironic and crazy and stupid and God knows whatever else you want to put in there. that you have a guy that goes into a supermarket in a black neighborhood, shoots up a supermarket, kills 10 black people, claims white supremacy, and then during the indictment of the federal crimes, he says we don't have enough black people in representation. What a fucking juke. I don't even know if that's a word, juke. Jerk. Let's go with jerk. What a jerk. What a jerk. What a fucking sideshow. I don't even care anymore about it. The dumbass. He's going to get indicted. Even if it was an all-black jury, he would have been indicted in 2 seconds just because he openly pled guilty to shooting all of them. Like, does it matter, dude? You're going to go down anyway. Remember the Cincinnati fight, I guess, where a white girl and a white guy were beaten up by a bunch of I guess black people? Remember that? All right, here we go. 5 of the 7 individuals charged in the viral Cincinnati beatdown appeared in court on Thursday morning to be arraigned on additional charges in a tense back and forth. The first suspect to appear was Mr. Mayweather, who was slapped with an additional federal charge for illegally having a gun as a convicted felon earlier in that week. Prosecutor Kip Geen revealed that there are 2 additional videos from nearby city cameras that show new angles of the fight, but have not yet been made public. Also said the alleged racial slurs made towards the perpetrators were said nearly 2 minutes after the attack. The judge determined Mayweather's bond at about $500,000. Dekra Vernon's bond was about $200,000, eliciting cheers from the gallery. She was also ordered to stay away from the city's downtown area. Vernon's attorney, Clyde Bennett, argued that the case against his client had been inflamed due to the race and politics, but in reality, it was just a fight fueled by alcohol. Yes, it was a fight fueled by alcohol. That's what we're looking for these days, kids. Just drank too much. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Oopsie fucking daisy. I stomped on his head on accident. I wasn't really sure what was going on at the time. Yeah, I knocked her out. I punched my fist through her face in a fit of alcoholic rage. That's me, kids. Yes, sir. Fuck, man. Look, if anything this week has presented to me is that attorneys are creative in their defense. I mean, we just the last episode, I will never forget this lawyer. Best defense ever. He basically was like, he did the right thing in addressing the issue. It's sad that he had to like hack this dude with a machete for fucking his wife. But I mean, let's bygones be bygones. It happened. It is what it is. Let's not ruin his life, And then you got this shit over here. And you got this lawyer, and then you got the supermarket lawyer. He's over here saying, oh, there's just, I know he killed a bunch of black people, and I know he fucking pled guilty to it, but I mean, this indictment is fraudulent because there's just not enough black people on it. What a fucking douche. And then you got this shit over here. It was just alcohol. There was nothing else going on. It was just an alcoholic dispute. Oh my God. What are we doing, guys? What are we doing? Whatever it is that's getting these court cases going, whatever it is, these lawyers are earning their money. My God. And you got one of them has been one of the combatants, if you will. Their defense attorney said the client is a paranoid schizophrenic that was previously found not guilty on prior charges by insanity. Of course, this individual was referred to as a grave danger to the public during his arraignment. Wow, this is so funny. I mean, it couldn't get any worse, right? I mean, these defense attorneys are going to earn their money. My gosh. Okay, this is in The Parade by Jane Lacroix. All right, guys. I didn't think you guys would. I didn't think we'd get here, but the honesty of Dr. Phill is in question, as he is in a lawsuit of being accused of fraud in a TV deal gone wrong. Here we go. Here we go. Trinity Broadcasting Network, TBN, filed a federal lawsuit in Texas against Dr. Phill. They allege that Dr. Phill misled them in a $500 million 10-year deal to produce new episodes of his talk show via Merit Street Media. They claim he failed to deliver promised content and drained millions from the venture. TBN says no new episodes were produced as agreed. Dr. Phill countered, stating 214 episodes of Dr. Phill Primetime aired on the Merit Street Media. According to TBN, they've invested over $100 million, sometimes covering $13 million per episode. And Dr. Phill allegedly demanded a $20 million upfront payment via his production company, Petsky. He refused to release older episodes. He reneged on a $9 million payment and later demanded $100 million for 50% control of the show's archives. And of course, the media company is now bankrupt, has also sued Trinity Broadcasting in return. They accused Trinity Broadcasting of sabotaging the venture, withholding national distribution, forcing costly deals, providing poor production services. And the Trinity Broadcasting Network is seeking court intervention to determine control over the Dr. Phill archives, define contractual obligations, and resolve alleged fraud and mismanagement. Well, Dr. Phill. Dr. Phill. Isn't Trinity Broadcasting is a aren't these guys like a like some Christian network? Let's see. I think they are. Let's see. I'm not a quick typer, so let's do this. Yes, TBN is indeed a Christian network. It's one of the largest religious television networks in the world, known for broadcasting faith-based programming, including sermons, worship services, Christian talk shows, and family-friendly entertainment. TBN was founded in 1973 and has a long positioned itself as a platform for evangelical Christian content with a global reach through satellite and digital platforms. Yeah, that's what I thought. So he's in a fight with the Christians over fraud. That's, pot kettle black. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think about poor Dr. Phill. Is he going to survive this? Is he going to get out of it? Is it going to happen? The Hollywood Reporter also chimed in on this as well. So there's a little bit of more of a little bit more heft to this entire thing. All right, here we go. The meat and potatoes, the Daily Mail. Let's do it. Georgia teen is accused of killing mother and stepdad and cries during this bail hearing, which was denied. Oh, my goodness. Here we go. Sarah Grace Patrick, 17-year-old from Georgia, is charged with murdering her mom and stepdad. She appeared in court for a bond hearing where she initially smiled but later broke down in tears when the judge said, "Fuck off." This was her first public appearance since the July 9th arrest. She was She was supported by her father and other family members during the hearing. The emotional shift from smiling to sobbing was captured in photos. The article here is going to dive in. Let's do it. That's a little background. Let's dive in. 17-year-old girl charged with murdering her mother and stepfather looked as though she didn't have a care in the world. Smiled broadly when she arrived at court for her bond hearing. Daily Mail's exclusive photos are showing, but those smiles turned to sobs as Sarah Grace Patrick was denied bail. Surrounded by her father and family who came to support her, her arrival at court was the first time this angel-faced teen. That let's stop there. Not there is no. She does not look like an angel. She looks like someone that'll fucking stab you in the back if you cross her. She was snapped arriving to the Superior Court of Carroll County after getting out of a police cruiser at 8 a.m. wearing neon green prison-issued jumpsuit. With her wrists in chains, the teenager had her hair pulled back in a tidy braid, smiled, laughed with another young inmate in an orange jumpsuit, clutching a yellow folder as they waited to be called into the courtroom. But the lightness vanished as she took her seat beside public defender Latoya Williams. Her expression crumbled as the judge prepared to rule on whether she'd be released on bond to the care of her family, who sat just a few feet away. Patrick was arrested last month and charged with 2 counts of murder and 2 counts of aggravated assault after her mother, Kristen Brock, 41, and stepfather, James Brock, 45, were found with multiple gunshot wounds inside their home, 45 in Carrollton, 45 miles west of Atlanta, Georgia. In the months before her arrest, which cops said was sparked by a mountain of digital and physical evidence. Wow. The high school graduate curated a chilling portrait of grief on social media and even contacted TikTok true crime creators to help in solving her parents' brutal murder. Although Patrick has yet to enter a formal plea, she is understood to deny the charges and has protested her innocence through her family members and lawyer. Her biological father, Daniel DJ Patrick, has staunchly defended his daughter on social media, insisting she did not commit the killings, with his girlfriend Katie exclusively telling Daily Mail Sarah Grace maintains her innocence. We believe her. Exclusive Daily Mail photos previously captured the father visiting her in jail shortly after attending a Sunday church service at the Catalyst Church, where the Brocks had also been members. An emotional DJ, girlfriend Katie, and Patrick's other supporters were seen arriving in court this morning wearing gray T-shirts with a message that says, "I stand with Sarah." Okay, interesting. Well, the judge said, "Fly a couple of kites, kids." Time to go. See you later. Get Duff out. I don't understand, man. I don't understand. Authorities have yet to reveal a motive, but the late couple's loved ones have hit out at victim blaming and denied their past had anything to do with the murders, but court documents unearthed by the Daily Mail provided an insight into the accused teen's often chaotic childhood, which appears to have been blighted by her mom and stepfather's alleged drug use. In 2018, DJ filed for divorce from his wife, Kristen Nolan Patrick after a 10-year marriage during which they had Sarah Grace and her younger brother Donnie while living in Georgia. So this is crazy. It's a crazy story of custody battles and divorces. And of course, this kid wanted to, I guess, wanted attention. That's the only thing I can get out of this. I mean, there's no motive laid out, but I just believe that this is just a kid that wanted attention. And yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot more to say to this. It's kind of it. I mean, it is tragic, but it's also, I mean, not I don't want to say uncommon in America, but it is definitely I don't have any words for this. I really don't. It's sad. It's disgusting. Let me know what you guys think of this case. I mean, you just got a teenager just shot her mom. I mean, forget the stepdad name and just, I mean, you killed your mother and stepfather. I just, because of no reason whatsoever. I mean, just so you can get some like clicks on TikTok? I mean, has social media really ran us all crazy? Like, what is happening? I don't even know anymore. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you all for taking the time to listen to me blather on about God knows what on a Thursday. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Excuse me. This is episode 186. Hopefully Friday is better, and I will see you on Friday for more interesting stories, interesting things. Later.